Thank you, Abimbola, as she has already introduced my guest. And yeah, we have with us here Jumoke Falayi Johnson. She is a journalist, an MC, and chairperson Nawod Lagos State. And of course, we'll be discussing the book Beaten. But she just told me that she is not the author, but she did the book review. But of course, we'll be able to tell us about this book. You know, I'm very, very curious about... You're welcome again. You're welcome, Jumoke. I'm very curious about the title of the book, Beaten. Can you tell us what that, where that came from?
Good morning, everyone. It's a pretty interesting book, and it's a book about the struggles of a young Nigerian. His name is Acho. That's from Ihen Acho.
Okay.
Now, Acho had the personality of someone, a regular young Nigerian who had high hopes. He was sold the idea that if you went to school, that was the magic. Once you've been educated, you did excellently with your education, you came out with some good grades, life is made for you from there on. I see you chuckle because, of course, our reality is far from that. Our reality is that so much is into this idea of a successful young person. Making it in our society is not about just education. And that's why we came from a place of our parents who believed in hard work to our idea of smart work, meaning that as you're working hard, you must also work smart. Working smart in the sense of doing the right things, being in the right places, saying the right things, and being ready for the next opportunity at the drop of a hat. So, Beaten aptly captures this book and the struggles of the protagonist, which is Acho. Life was not funny. It was hard. When you read the book, you will feel his pains. His life was a life of regrets. So, Beaten definitely captures his journey.
I think this book would, from what you have said now, would be more relatable to the younger ones.
Yeah, definitely. It will help the younger ones have a mind shift. Mind shift of not putting your eggs in one basket in the sense of going into the classrooms and coming out hoping that all is done and set. You'd have to think out of the box. You'd have to think of ways, you know, you have to incorporate this idea of you have to be a jack of all trades and be a master of many of those trades. So that when one fails, you can quickly explore other options. By all means, education is important. I am big on education, definitely, because it lays a foundation for you to build every other thing on. But you must understand that it may not be the solution to the problem at the end of the day, but to be part of the solution.
So you said that you did a review on the book. So from a book reviewer's perspective, what was share with us your perception about the book and what you think or the chords it will strike in the hearts of those who come in contact with it.
Yes, this is what I took away reviewing the book Beaten by Obin Naolewi. Now, reading the book and looking at it from the lenses of somebody who was trying to look at it from the eyes of those who would be reading the book, I thought to share with you that life is unfair.
Life is not fair at all.
Life is not fair. And the earlier you understand that, the better prepared you are, understanding that, the better for you or your survival in the marketplace of life. Life is unfair. You can do the right things and still fail somehow. But you know what? There would always be a solution somewhere. I believe that if you fail at something or you keep failing at something, how you can toughen it out may be not necessarily in the ideas you keep exploring. It may be in how much perseverance you can bring to your journey.
I would like to know how the story ended for Ihen Acho. because he went to school thinking that, oh, when I go to school, everything will be all right. And then you said he went through a lot. So I'd like to know, how did it end for Iheanacho?
Okay. It was heartbreaking. Iheanacho died.
Oh.
He died. Acho died.
Oh.
He actually got the big break he wanted, but he didn't live to life is unfair. But you see, there are some legacies that live on after death. The reward of Iheanacho's journey, which he failed to reap the fruit of, may not necessarily have been for his good. It may be for his children. It may be for the wife he left behind. It may be for those who lived after him. But Iheanacho died. And that is why the title Beaten, aptly I said, captures Iheanacho's journey, Acho's journey.
You know, it's funny how stories can really affect your emotions. And when you just said Iheanacho died, I mean, it just changed something inside of me.
It's like cold water.
But then, I don't know, you did the review, but again, if you could pick or understand what was going through the mind of the writer, why would he want to, I mean, why
kill the protagonist?
Why would he kill the tragedy?
I think there are so many diverse stories in the world, and we have to understand that not every journey ends sweetly.
Okay.
Some journeys do not end the way we intend them to end. That's why I said life is unfair. Life is unfair because things don't often go the way we expected them or planned for them. So even planning would not necessarily translate to success sometimes. So you'd have to understand that intentionality in your journey, choices in both, not just your academic, your marital, your financial, your economic situation, your spiritual life, to everything fuses together to somehow work in some way to either give you success or bring failure to your doorstep. So in some way, it helps the reader understand that I can do all the right things and still fail. So what are the choices before me? What do I need to do? What else do I need to do? What am I not seeing? Besides the fact that Iheanacho made a lot of encountered failure in a lot of his pursuits, he made so many wrong choices. He failed on some opportunities. For instance, in one of the chapters, he was on a flight. Mind you, he was a very poor, dirt poor man, but he got a free ticket from a friend and was flying. And he met someone who seemed influential, who seemed wealthy, and who just told him after disembarking and saying, come with me. They had shared a couple of chats on the airplane, and he turned him down because he was after a job that had been promised. So he turned him down. Of course, he looked back and regretted that that decision. But he kept making similar mistakes. He let opportunities go to promise. And then he would look back later with regrets. He would have an opportunity in his hands and fail to see the future of it, drop it in pursuit of a promise. It happened a couple of times. And of course, he was a good young person. He was a good person, but it didn't pan out. It never panned out. And when he had his big break, his time had expired. So that was where the beating came.
Okay, so as a reviewer, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Do you see beating as a social commentary, or a story, or a reality, or even both? Or is it a personal? Is it a personal story?
There are fragments that were borrowed from life experiences, but it is a typical story of a young, unconnected, poor Nigerian.
Okay.
Yes, so it's both a social commentary as well as it just helps people to understand that
Things do happen.
things will happen. So what are you going to do? You can learn from Acho's mistakes and life's choices, understand where he erred, and how you could avoid some of those pitfalls. As a reader, you will see a lot of lessons there. It would also reawaken you to the fact that you can do all the right things and not get the results. Of course, he didn't do all the right things. For some reason, he failed at so many. He was hardworking, he was brilliant, he was educated, he had 2 master's degrees. We hear all those stories on the streets every day. People with PhDs riding a bus and all of that. So it's just the reality of so many people.
So how would you judge the writer's balance in comparing or putting together storytelling and, of course, social realism?
Yes, for the writer, it was about letting people know that this is a work of art, but it's, you know, art imitates life. Naturally. So it's a work of art. Nevertheless, it is also the life that so many are living. It is real. You read it, you feel the pain, the hunger pangs, the poverty, the struggles, the shame, the disappointments, the dejection, the depression. You feel everything along with Acho, the protagonist. So there was no way you would miss all of that emotion and not understand that. But what are the choices left to you? You're living. You can't just pack your bags and say, I'm moving out of this fair, I'm going to some other planet. You're here. You'd have to make it work.
So what lessons, can one learn from the book Beaten?
One major lesson is do not be dismayed when things are not going well. But stay wide awake always for every opportunity and explore all the opportunity you can, because you never can tell what would work. You can't pick and say this opportunity came, it's not aligned with my goals and all of that. Sometimes in our climb, you may not be able to keep those kind of focus. And what if? The what ifs are too many. So you have to explore every opportunity you find. You never know which one will work for you. So be brave as well is another lesson. No matter what.
Because life will happen.
Life will always happen.
The buffeting will come. Life will happen.
So for you as the reviewer, what does this book Beaten, what does it mean to you?
It means Beaten is like a baby. And please don't mind the ears. My toddler son chewed it. It was that sweet. The struggles were tough. For me, it was it's like a birth, it's like a baby. If you've tried to write, you would know that it's like a pregnancy. Until you put to bed, there would probably be no peace. So for this young man, this book is his first. Beaten is Obinna's first book. He's planning to do a prequel, sort of, to this. It was a struggle. It was a journey he was on for 7 years. So for it to materialize, it's great kudos to him. And I think it is also a work that so many Nigerians should get a copy of, because it could give you a reflection of what so many other people are going through, which you might not have could have ever imagined. It will help you to see the struggles in people. When you look through their eyes, sometimes you will see what some people are going through, and where you can, without them saying anything. And many people would never say a word about their struggles. So it will help you understand some telltale signs in people you have seen, and how you can actually pull some up and help some young people.
Well, we must bring this conversation to a close now. Very short, but impactful, and something is still not so happy in me, because
he died.
Because Iheanacho died.
Yeah, because Iheanacho died. But it's an interesting book, and with a lot of lessons, especially for the young people. One thing I can take away from it is that life will happen, so be prepared. And then do not continue to chase promises while you leave opportunities.
Yes.
That's something that I have learned from our conversation this morning. Thank you again,
Thank you.
Jumoke Falai Johnson.
Thank
She is
you
a
very much.
journalist and chairperson at Watch Lagos State
Thank you.
Chapter.
Thank you very much.